Well, who do you think is going to win this game, Valdez?
There's no way like King pulls out the top Cassiopeia, right?
Well, I mean, Rich did it, and then it didn't work at all. But what if Kingen can pull it off? Oh, no.
Well.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Gnar, it's just like one of these neutralizing picks. Like, at some certain point, Sion is just going to kind of laugh at you.
Yeah.
I really like it a lot.
Yeah, I wonder why. This is, okay, so this is from a laning perspective, it's not great. I don't think it's pairs particularly of Kaiser, but you need hard engage. Like, as DRX, calling it right now, they might win the early game. I can see that happen, although with Mundo it's not as likely. But they are, if they're winning this game, they're just winning it by, like, catching Nongshim off guard with a huge wombo combo, right? Like, Bay or Peanut or Bay and Docdom are going to get caught.
Yeah.
And they're going to get, like, Grand Entrance, into Taunt, into Shockwave, and they're dead. That is the only way that reasonably you should win this game, because neither of these two comps have particularly great tools in the early game, right? I don't think either of them is super strong. Kingen should have prio, but Sorka, you just kind of reach an even state, right, where like Orianna and Seraphine just both clear waves, and that's pretty much it.
We talked about tank versus tank, and then there's one member that kind of stands out, and that's the Seraphine. If Bay can survive, have a strong game, kind of just...
Kingen needs to be careful here. Can't fall behind early.
Yeah, he's picked up a call. He's just trying to be Farmer Gnar here. And now he's got a big Scion in his way. He's going to get knocked up here. He's got a smoke screen on top of him. This is actually really great positioning for Peanut to just sit here. He has to flash eventually, though, and here it is. And I don't know if they can catch up to him, though. Or the Slayer is going to come in, and that's going to do it. Peanut walks up and takes first blood.
And yeah, I don't think there's much more that Kingen can do. Whoa. This is great.
The flash comes in. Here's that retaliation you were looking for. Pretty straight up there. Pioshik knows what he wants, and he's going to take it. That's going to be a pretty nice kill that comes in here. Kingen just stares at him dying.
It would be lovely. I would not mind that as...
Ooh, nice little engage here, getting on top. As Becca is just immediately going to turn around. Now Kellen has to run away. Last auto is not enough. And Peanut's here again. Remember game one. This is a pretty similar timing, a bit earlier this time around. As Peanut is going to make it in. Smoke screen used pretty early on this time around, though. We have the teleport now from the mid lane. So we're just waiting for this one. The ultimate will come in and charm up the 80 carry, and that is going to be a double kill. Kellen will survive yet again, and Peanut will pick up a kill on top of Bay's one as well.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, a couple of kills on the bottom side you would think would amount to more, but they don't get any more plates because they have to back right away after the play. As we have another play down here on the bottom side. Bao is level 6, but flashing on in to try to get that damage before the Killer Instinct comes out. Do they have the damage on the Bao? Even with the Q missing, it is going to be enough. This is just straight up 2v2 kills in the bottom lane. A double kill now for Duckthon.
Like, it's not going to happen. Right?
The Root and Solka is going to get it. Still feeling pretty good. Pioshik with his ultimate running here, looking to tank up this turret, and they will definitely have enough damage to take out that Scion this time around. He could have just walked up.
I mean, he's fine. Like, I feel like you had my back when I went 0-3. This is, again, it's just... Peanut, when he's looking good, is just looking incredible, and I think it's something that we weren't necessarily expecting coming into the start of the split, because he has been fairly inconsistent for a while now, but when you see games like this, you're like, yeah, I really get it. Rich, the Sacrificial Lamb, generally putting this much attention into shutting down a Scion doesn't work. Like,
I was kind of roping you into this one.
That's okay. I forgive you.
Bay? On the Seraphine, generally you're okay, but this is one of those moments where you're like, ooh, I don't know what to do. He's going to have to stopwatch, but Pioshik pretty tanky. Take a look at this. Fed Graves just able to pop that Mundo like a balloon. And now we have the follow-up here. Peanut is just taking names like this is Die Hard or something. He's going to be able to pick up another kill now, 4-0-2.
Yeah, that's soul point right there.
Yeah.
Like, Kingen has just used his Magnar form. Right, like he has teleport available. Don't contest this now, please.
Oh, they're gonna try to. They're actually trying to get in here, maybe trying to catch Rich, but now the fight will begin as we get the knockup on a Pioshik. There's a lot of damage used on the Mundo. It's not gonna work, but a huge knockup comes in from Rich. And look at this front to back. How can you pull through and do enough damage onto this Nongshim lineup? The answer is you can't. Not from this position. The gold is exactly even. It doesn't matter. They just get absolutely pummeled in that fight. And Nongshim,
just straight up like outplaying, and it's not looking like it's going well.
Just Bao dying under turret. I mean, he's all alone here. Rakan was back in the base. Not even sure if that was the support that could help you at this point in time. A lot of these brushes controlled right now. There's not a lot of vision on the Dragon here for Nongshim, so they have to kind of just go one bush at a time.
He can move up here. Kingen doesn't have Maganar available. His bar is empty. He just transformed back.
Yeah, that's going to be damage on a Pyosik alone. As now in the pit, they're going to find Peanut in the back line. They found the Fed member. They're able to finally do it because they get the enemy jungler. And that's going to be the Infernal Drake going the way of DRX. It's not going to win them the game, but that is a massive start to help them stick in this one.
Place the control ward there. Oh, if they get this Baron, this game might just be flipped around Valdez.
All right, well, let's see it. Encore is ready. He's trying to line it up. He's going to find two, but the damage isn't quite there to take the Baron away, of course. They're now all in the pit, so I think we're just flashing. Yep, that's 3 flashes and 2 dashes. So we're flashing and dashing, and we get the Baron here. DRX still in team fights. The Scion Seraphine is going to be pretty disgusting. But in the side lane, the Gnar that is very far ahead and 2 levels up on the Scion is kind of just going to have his way with him. He will have total priority because they're going to get the knock up here on a Pyosik plus the Charm, and that's just going to be a dead Mundo just like that. Peanut going to back up a little bit this time. They want to pull it out of the pit first and then go with that. Kingen going to be tanking here. The 2 tanks taking up the Dragon damage. Is now they're just going to hop out of there. The Shockwave kind of going to go wide, and that's going to be the Infernal Drake going over to Nongshim, the Soul, in fact. And here's the engage, the follow-up with the Encore, and see you later to your Mundo, as well as your Kaisa. That's going to do it for this one, as they never had a chance after that engage came in. The root's going to come down, and the knock up onto Solka. He will also bite the dust as Peanut. Perhaps it's Kingen, the one member that can actually survive in this position. But with Kellen coming over, kind of feels like his days are numbered as well.
I don't know, he might hit Mega here.
He is going to hit Mega, but it doesn't matter. Peanut is just way too fed. And there it is, the clean ace for Nongshim on top of the Infernal Soul. Immediately Vision does come in, but Pyosik, can he actually get into the pit is the question. He does not have his flash, and he does not have his ultimate. So that's going to be an easy secure on the Baron. Now trying to get in there is King, and he's going to get a nice Gnar ultimate down. You know, just look at the damage that he's sustaining. It is way too much. They're just all going to get burst to smithereens, and that is going to be another clean ace eventually, unless Bao is able to just be annoying here. He's going all the way over on 3 blast plants. And Peanut, he's not giving up. Peanut will not give up. And does he actually have the damage? Just going to wait out the shield.
Yeah, I'm Peanut, we've seen this before. You in Italy, there wasn't Udyr. Just let him live. Just let him live.
Yeah, just let him live.
Please do it. Please, Peanut. No, just let him live.
Oh.
Come on, just accept that this is over.
Oh, he tried to kill him with the smoke screen. Okay, there we go. That's going to be the kill.
Oh, boo.
GG.
Honestly.
That's going to do it. That's the end. The Nexus goes down, and Nongshim get an extremely important win. That's definitely the game-winning fight, the one before. Or, you know, the one on the Baron even. And this is what I was talking about, you know, Infernal Soul, Ezreal. It just eventually makes you look incredibly silly. Crazy damage numbers, even way far and beyond Scion, which is not always the way it goes. Also, Peanut, getting very fed, had huge damage numbers. The Seraphine and the Scion didn't do a lot of damage, but they absolutely did their job.
Thank you very much, guys. And Nongshim is the one picking up the match victory, and they are still keeping their solid spot for the 6th place competition in the playoffs. Game number 3, Scion. The Lucky Charm actually went into the side of Nongshim Red Force. So Scion, you know, has been a very solid pick in the current meta, 11.4. And Seraphine was there for CC chain follow-up as well. And Graves and Ezreal were the carries for do damage on the side of Nongshim Red Force. I think DRX banning away that Rel was actually maybe a trap card for them, so they allowed Nongshim to take both Seraphine and Zion. Once I saw that Seraphine first pick, I think DRX had to take that Graves away from Nongshim because Seraphine is a champion that can augment, you know, the power of Graves in the jungle. And this is a flex pick for both mid and support, which means DRX, if they want to play really hard in the laning phase, they had to take away the strong jungle pick Graves, and which means Pulisic didn't need to play Mundo jungle as well. And Kaisa, because DRX thought this champion can win lane. Now on the bottom lane, they were confident enough to take it as an R1 pick. And DRX banned out a lot of AD carry champions, whereas Nongshim banned out a lot of jungle picks. And that wasn't actually in favor of Nongshim Red Force in the end. Right after the pick and ban, we were not sure if Israel can do damage on that Dr. Mundo, but well, Ezreal was able to get super fed after winning multiple team fights on the bottom lane. Kellen was able to hit level 5 thanks to that minion, the materializer. And he was backing away and then he activated his MD and he hit level 5, and that was really coming in clutch, which opened up more space for Dokdam. Headed for that kill. Maybe Bao and Becca could get their level up, or maybe they could get some HP back after locking down that kill. But Kellen, with that smart play, he was able to level up. And then we had follow-up coming from Peanut and Bay as well. Because Kellen was right there, still alive, he was able to re-engage to lock down the kill as well. And after picking up multiple picks down on the bottom lane, Ezreal was able to be one of the main carry on the side of Nongshim Red Force. Now let's take a look at the second highlight where we saw a wombo combo from Nongshim Red Force. It was really awesome to see that engage with that flash from Rich. 3-man encore and then flash ult follow up from that Zion, and then Peanut taking the detour. He was able to land his ultimate as well. We have to keep in mind that Rich was not fed at that point in this game. He was actually having a rough time, but Zion is such a great team fighter. Even though he was not hitting the power spike, he could still contribute to this fight really well. And prior to this fight, Nar was not... Nar actually turned Mega Nar, which means he was Mini Nar in that fight, which means DRX is not in a favorable spot to take the fight, whereas Zion can always contribute and get a lot of work done by himself regardless of the state in the game or the champion. Also props over to all the Nongshim players because they were doing a fantastic work in every role, in every team fight. So regardless of the fact that Zion is super fat or not, this champion can do a lot of work. We have to keep in mind this is truly a lucky charm, and the LCK and the POG will go over to Peanut on Graves. He did die once in that game, but still 11-1-7 is his KDA scoreline. And at the end of the game, we could hear Peanut saying sorry to his teammates. Maybe that was because of that one that happened in this game. And this is the power of Graves' Seraphine duo. They have the CC, they have the damage output to clean up the kills. I think this Graves with that build is really good with Peanut, a player, because he can go in all in with the Gale Force as well, and because Peanut is the playmaker on the side of Nongshim Red Force, he needs this kind of tool to go proactively. Khan was also doing a fantastic game, Seraphine as well. And Graves was able to pick up all the kills and then pay it back in the end. 9 votes and 5 votes went over to the side of Peanut's performance.